been more than 16 years now, and he has become one of the biggest leader in the whole Zinzino. He comes from Finland, he's a little bit shy, so please help me to welcome on stage, Black Round, Manu, Rekola!
Manu!
You liked Olli? You liked Antti also, but I'm talking about Olli. Olli has over 10,000 customers in his team and his royal crown. Doesn't he look very sharp and kind of a leader type of guy?
Yep.
You would like to be like Olli even you are a woman, right? Well, I knew Olli when he was like this. Does he look like a direct sense leader, you know, leading thousands of people internationally? Well, who am I to say, because this is how we look when we started. Olli was 21, I was 23. We were just like normal, like shy guys, like Olli said. And we had a dream. And of course we didn't know anything about the professor because we didn't even know that this is a profession. We thought this is a game. You find A and B and help them and then you pack your stuff and move to Thailand. And that's how we usually think. But we had a good upline and a good training system, so we understood, you know, like quite fast that it is a profession, and we started to behave like professionals and started to dress like professionals. We went to business trips to Sweden. Look at this. This is from ferry. You know, we learned to tie a tie to our neck and so on. So doesn't only look handsome here. Yeah. And but we understood that, you know, someone said that if you want to be a director, you need to act like one. So if you want to go somewhere, you should like take some kind of role model. So for example, from the people that you have seen during the weekend or met during the weekend, and say to yourself that I want to be like that. I want to be like him or her, and ask guidance, ask like mentorship. And because expert in every field was once a beginner. All the people you see or you have seen in the platform, they started without any customers, without any partners. They usually don't have any skills in this profession. And many people don't have even people skills, and they are in the people business, right? So everything that we need to learn, they are skills, and we can learn it. And that was comforting me when I started. Very soon we understood that the trainings and the big events are the thing. Because if there is a shortcut in this business, the shortcut is to max out all the trainings, because then you do the less and you get maximum benefit, right? Or try to get this information exactly as it is presented here, with the feeling, to your friend tomorrow morning. Impossible. You need to experience it. So we know that the person with the biggest team at the events wins in the big run, in the long run. So you may have a sudden successes individually or in your country and so on, but if you don't use the training system, it's going to be just a one way. And to build it long term, you need consistency in using the system. So when we started, the business looked like this. Happy faces, but do you know what's missing here? Customers. I didn't even know that you can get customers when I started the business. I had one customer in 1 year, that was my mom. She was dentist, she bought toothpaste from me. I didn't sell it, she wanted to buy it. But I had one customer. Because of that, the business didn't work. And soon we wanted to found our own company with my former sponsor. And at the same time, Örjan Sele and Hilde wanted to found Zinzino and build Zinzino. And when we built our company, we didn't know what to sell, so we sold everything. We had a lot of customers, but very bad customer retention rate. So we lost nearly all the customers. And I remember taking a snapshot from our customer partner ratio in our own company, and we had 0.8 customers per partner, almost one. And at the same time, Zinzino was building with the coffee machines. Even though they exploded frequently, they still managed to get customers and get a lot of customers per partner. I don't know what is the right ratio now, but last time I spoke with the management, it was like 15-1. It might be more because we get more and more customers per partner every year. Am I right? So this is very important because actually this is illegal pyramid scheme, the left one. And this is direct sales, right? Yeah. I repeat, pyramid scheme, direct sales. So when we are professional, we should understand, and we should be proud because Zinzino is a market leader in this customer partner ratio. Or I haven't seen any other company that does it so well. So we should be very proud and actually get that ratio higher and higher. Soon it's in A team and maybe pro team someday and top team. So what government says in European Union that you have to have at least 50% from the sales coming from the outside customers, so meaning the people who don't earn money, and maximum 50 from the partners. Zinzino was intensively studied by the Finnish government during a few years in Finland, and they found out that 85% at that time of the sales came from the customers in Finland. And I think the ratio is even higher now. And you know, most of the companies in this profession, most of the money comes from the partners. Can you imagine what happens when the big mass understands this? And they are starting to look for a new home. The new home where they can build it to last. Do you know what kind of position we have? It's super, it gets me so excited. So why this is important? Normally when we start, this is side business for us. We have some kind of work, we get a salary, and we should have it because that's the thing that brings food on the table. And then we start to sell. It's sales. This is not like recommending business. This is sales, direct sales. And we should be proud to be salespeople, am I right? Yeah. Not hide it or like, okay, you couldn't get anything else, so you are a salesperson. No, I'm a salesperson because I want to help people, right? Yes. But when you are in sales, you never know what kind of month you will have next month, and so this month might have been good, and next month we don't even know. But the good thing is that when we build a solid customer base, the customers stay, or at least the fluctuation is not so fast, so we can react. So the royalty-based income, that's the business, that's the thing. And we have seen many people on this platform during this weekend, and we will see many more who have built very big customer base, because the new sales doesn't matter if you don't get the customers and keep the customers. And this is so important. You should make the decisions on your life based on that black curve, not on the green curve. Because I have also seen that. You fire your boss when you have the first good month, and next month you are eating your nails because you don't have anything else. Some of our strengths that I feel are important, we have the best products on the market. Some of them are patented or patent pending. We are stock listed company. Zinzino is very open, transparent company. Very good financials, also financial media has recognized it, that's very important, like Doug said. Own research and development, so it's more safe for us to build with this kind of company. Many companies, they actually buy the products outside, all the products. Member of the DSA, this is not a self-evidence. You don't walk to DSA office and say that I want to be your member, can I use your logo at our website? You actually need to be a prospect member for a while, and they actually investigate you and how you work and so on to be a full member. And one very good thing is that we are aggressively going international. I think 70% of the sales come from Scandinavia, relatively the smallest countries in the world, right? So the world is open for us, and the world is open for others also who are not in the Zinzino yet. So this is super good thing. We talk a lot about platform economy. Have you heard about it? Well, I think you have seen these brands. Uber, you can drive your own car and be a taxi driver. Airbnb, you can rent out your apartment or extra house or so on. Amazon, you can do online shopping and shipping and other stuff. These are platforms that use internet and they work globally. So basically anybody in the world can start their own business by using these. Zinzino is in the same club, I feel. Because we have a platform, we are more and more also online, we are soon working globally. Anybody can soon benefit of Zinzino platform, right? But there are a few things that are important for me. We work with people. Of course, with Uber, you can also work with people because you drive people, but it's a different thing. Airbnb, I have tried it with my wife. You know, rent your extra house out, but it's harder to scale up. Amazon, you ship Chinese stuff to US people, and you don't even see the products and the people. Of course, I don't want to speak bad words about these. These are perfect businesses, and I like this platform economy because that encourages people overall to start as an entrepreneur. But we have a purpose, we can work with people, we have a very strong purpose because we can actually teach people. And I think it's a different thing to give a hungry person a fish than teach him to fish, right? So that's what we are doing, and that's a very big thing for me. And of course we can get residual income. Yeah. So few of my tips to you, and actually these are tips to myself. Sponsor your way to the top. And I don't mean that now we should forget the customers. No, we talked about the customers, they are important. But if I would have a time machine and I would go back to when I started Zinzino, I would practice more my prospecting skills, my recruiting skills. Because I need that. And I think most of us wants to have a bigger team, right? Yeah. Mikko was yesterday here. He talked about our bet, didn't he? So I lost him clearly, and now I need to go take him to Lapland and drive some snowmobiles, and we will have a perfect weekend. But I will use Mikko. I'm the winner. Because I will suck all the piece of information, how he does it, and how he has done it. And so should you. So we should everybody invite Mikko to some kind of trip, right? No, but we have 3,000 people here and a lot of experiences and knowledge from different fields. So let's use this team. Keep yourself at the top. It means that sometimes we think that okay, I will build the business, then I will want to have 3 years vacation and so on, and you can. But remember, you can never outsource the leadership. Someone needs to lead the field. Either you or somebody else needs to fill the hole. So however you build it, whatever is your goal, build it so that it will last. And people need leaders all the time. And I have seen many times that people want to walk somewhere and the business won't stay if there is no leaders. Remember that. Use the system. If someone has already walked through the minefield and has all the body parts, attached still, it's wise to ask the right path for that person. So don't argue with the people who have already done it. And this, again, I talk to myself. Develop yourself, same thing. If you go higher and you increase in the business, if you stop self-development, you start to decrease again. And what happens is that when your team still develops themselves, they will see eventually that you don't know what you are talking about. And you can be a nice person still, but you cannot lead anymore. Be first, leave last, dare the most and work hardest. You can see people who are already in the room when you come. And they are there in the room when you leave away. Right? Yes. And it's not like accident that they are on the top, because they work hardest. But the dare the most part is most important to me. Recently I have told to myself, Manu, don't be pussy. Be brave. Be more courage. Have more courage. How many of you have been in a situation that you should raise your hand, you should call the phone call, you should use the idea, and you don't? It's 5 seconds and you speak yourself out of the business, out of the thing. And it's not you, it's our brain has some kind of weird part that tries to help you avoid the pain. Right? Yeah. So if we get a good idea, we should calculate 5, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1, and before we are at 0, we do it. And that's what I have been trying to teach me all the time, because that's very important thing when we want to start build a bigger team. So how I see this is actually, I described Finnish numbers during from my path, or actually Zinzino's path since the beginning. So first few years it was about 10 million euros. I don't know if these are accurate numbers, everyone can correct me. But every business grows in waves, right? They say that in every 7 years we should reinvent ourselves. And that's what happened actually 2012 when Zinzino reinvented itself, and it was a crazy boom. It's time to reinvent ourselves, right? Yeah. It's time for our breakthrough. So it can look like this. And I don't have the crystal ball if it will be like this. But if you check all the data and all the facts that we have got from this weekend, I think the direction is clear. And thank God we have Örjan who can already see it. So which is the best moment to take your friend to this mission?
No.
You can do it at 5 years and wait for the next wave, but I think now is the right time. So you can grow or you can be comfortable, but you can't do both. You have to decide. There's no business, there's no victory achieved that is done in the comfort zone. So our mission, I think, is to go out, make individual breakthroughs, by that the national breakthroughs, and by that eventually global breakthroughs, and we will make history. We can make history already to next leaders. Thank you so much.